Okay, we're going to look at powers with rational exponents. And let's just get right into an example. Rational means a ratio, it means a fraction. And that's what this 2 over 3 is. It's a ratio of integers. That's why it's a rational. And it's sitting up on top of this 8. That means 8 is being put to the 2 over 3, 2/3 power. Well, that's a pretty weird thing, 2 over 3. If you don't know a lot about it, that might seem a bit strange, but you should know that 8 is really 2 times 2 times 2, 2 to the third power. And then maybe you remember this law. In these notes, they call it law of 3, but it's when you put an exponent and you raise it to an exponent, you multiply those exponents. That's the rule. Well, if this is 2 to the third power, 3 times 2 over 3, well, we know how fractions work. Multiplying by 3 and dividing by 3, those are operations that cancel each other. So your answer, the 3's cancel. 3 times 2 over 3 is just 2, and 2 squared is 4. Now, just a little bit of a hint here. What this actual 2 and this 3 is, the 2 is the power it's being raised to, but 3, when you see numbers in the bottom, they're actually saying they're like the cubed root. The number in the bottom is the root. And cubing something and cube rooting it, those two operations are reversed and they cancel each other. So that's really what's going on. When you see a ratio like this, the little number, the denominator is the root, and the top number is the power. Let's just look at one more example to show how this can get a little bit tricky. You start off with, with this 25 over 9 to the negative 1/2 power. Well, you have to recognize that 25 and 9 are really powers, squares of 5, 5 times 5, and 3 times 3. So 5 squared and 3 squared, they're really powers of primes. But now that you've got this fraction 5 over 3 raised to the second power, hey, you could do something with that. All what you can do, because you're raising it to the negative 1/2 power, we just multiply 2 times negative 1/2. Well, that equals negative 1. So exponents raised to powers, we just multiply 2 times minus 1/2. Now the last part, if you see a negative exponent, you know that x to the negative 1 means 1 over x. You're supposed to just tip in time, so you can actually just invert this fraction. And instead of being 5 over 3, the negative makes it invert. And it's only to the first power, so it stays 3 over 5. If it was negative 2, it'd be 3 over 5 squared in a bracket like that. Okay, hopefully you'll be able to do these questions now that are in your Google Classroom, and they come with a memo, and good luck with